2011. Here I am sitting in the MED office with Mr. Muhammad, and we are discussing biodiesel Jatropha for Egypt. Mr. Muhammad has some questions. Go ahead, what are your questions?
It is my conclusion, what I understood from what had been discussed just right now. The project is requiring a piece of land, something like 40 mile by 40 mile, which is about 400,000 acres.
Okay.
This would help in producing almost 1 billion liters of diesel.
Excuse me. Yes. 1 acre is 2,000 to 4,000.
To 4,000, which is in average 3,000, which gives an indication to total production of 1 billion liter of diesel.
Okay.
The total expected sales is around $4 billion per year.
That will include the sale of diesel,
yes,
which is $1 a liter.
Yes,
and
based on $1 per liter. Yes,
plus carbon credits.
Yes,
plus intercropping between the rows for vegetable and fruit and
yes,
all of that. So if we add and then there is the byproduct which is glycerine, another byproduct which is the cake, yes, which is organic fertilizer. So if we add organic fertilizer, we add glycerine, we add oil, and we add the vegetables, all of this will give approximately $4,000 to $8,000 depending on what the land is and what is the vegetables that we can grow. $8,000 an acre.
Okay.
Okay, that is on the higher side.
Okay. Which is in the sum of $4 billion US dollar a year.
A year.
Expected.
Expected.
The cost is it requires $250 million one time.
Okay, let's break it up because to make it very simple, we have to do the following steps. First, we have to clear all the trees and shrubs and all of that. So that is an expense that you have to clean the ground. Second is you have to level the ground. Third is you have to plow the ground. And the fourth step is to add fertilizer and create rows where you can plant your Jatropha seed and the vegetables in between, intercropping. These are the steps. Now, the total cost of doing all of this on virgin land, which has never been used before, is $500 US. That is about per acre. So, if we have, say, 1,000 acres, that is $5 million. If we have 100,000 acres, that is about $50 million. So, for every acre, it is 500. So, you multiply the number of acres that you have.
Which is one time.
One time.
Yes. But we have to add more the cost of operation, I mean the salaries and all of this.
So, thank you. So, yeah. Now, that is a one-time cost, and then depending on the salary of the local labor rate, for per acre you employ one person if you want to create jobs in
farming.
Yes. Now, if you have intercropping and you have Jatropha, then 1 acre. But if you don't want to do intercropping, you just want to do Jatropha, then 5 acres you employ one person.
Okay.
Now, when the seed comes out, you have a person who's helping you in harvesting the tree. So then there is another person who comes in the truck to carry the seed to the crushing plant. There is a person at the door who is receiving it and writing down how many tons of seed the truck brought in. Then there is in the crushing plant, there are people who are working there. After the oil comes out, then there is another guy who comes in a truck to take that oil to the storage area. From there, then you distribute it to the petrol pump gas stations. So total, we have calculated that 1 acre would generate 10 people for employment.
Yeah.
Okay, but even if you say, okay, 10 is too much, you reduce it, you still have 5 people. So if you have 400,000 acres, multiplied by 5, that is 2 million
people.
People will be employed.
Which is a city completely.
Which is right. Now 40 miles by 40 miles, so that means that you have built homes for them.
Yes.
There is revenue coming in. This is oil. And this oil can be used in generators, power plants to generate electricity. It can be used in tractors, trucks, buses, trains, aeroplanes, and we didn't add the carbon credit, and the aeroplane companies, all airlines are buying biodiesel because it emits less carbon, so they have to buy less. Etihad Airline has joined with Mastan just for the carbon credit program. So if we have this 400,000 acres, that means that we would have an income. It is being said that today the price per ton emission is like about $10 a ton. When 2012 January 1st, when Europe puts this law in that every airline that comes into Europe has to